Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, coming to you with your no frills, the voice commentary from a singer. Oh, Lord Jesus. And I am just a little bit under the weather, but I am so glad I watched the show tonight because I am feeling a little better just watching. It's the third night of the battle rounds, and it was just so much tonight. There were so many touching moments, so much good advice. Our mentors to help out the coaches are still for TeamBlake, Rascall Flats, TeamJHud, Kelly Rowland, TeamAdam, Jonas, and TeamMiley, her father, Miley Ray Cyrus. So let me tell you what happened. We started out with TeamAdam. It was Brandon Brown versus John Mero. I Wish It Would Rain by the Temptations. And Joe told them not to obsess over the Temptations version of the song in the first rehearsal. He told them just to put their own spin on it and make it their own. Adam was also telling Brandon to work on the upper parts of his range. In final rehearsal, Adam said he could feel them coming together. He also told them to both take their moments and have fun with it. Here we go, in the ring. They were goofing off before they started out, and Brandon got in a little moan and came in with such a nice, simple, pure tone. Joe had a bit more of a bite in his tone and delivery. His sound is so forward and rode the music well, while Brandon kind of blended better with the band. Them notes and riffs coming from John was something serious, and Brandon added a nice bit of gruff to his sound. They were going note for a while, and John killed it with some of these serious high falsetto notes. I was like, oh my God, he was just working his range, just up and down, up and down. Such a range too. Blake said Brandon stepped up to the plate and called John a once-in-a-lifetime vocalist. JHud told Brandon he held his own and said it felt like a true battle. Miley told John that she can see that he performs more for an audience, and Adam chose John, saying he was going to go really far. Then there was TeamBlake with Red Marlow versus Ryan Scripps. They did Fishin' in the Dark by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, and they warned Ryan not to sing the same lick every time on the ends of his phrases in first rehearsal, and they told Red he needed to open his eyes and entertain the audience more. In the final rehearsal, Ryan was advised that he was getting ahead of the beat. So in the ring, they both had their guitars and played at each other before getting to the mic. Red got to start it out. Okay. Their harmony was nice before Ryan came in. He had a lighter tone, but they were sounding good together. Very twangy song, and they both seemed so serious. But, you know, Red did bring the lightness on his second verse, and Ryan had some moves going behind the mic. I noticed Red closing his eyes quite a bit, while Ryan was more engaging, and they hugged after they finished. JHud said Ryan felt laid back and said Red is her type of guy all day long. Miley said when she pictures a country artist, she thinks of Red, and Blake chose Red, saying he's a more seasoned performer, entertainer, and you can't not like him. And if you can't not like me, please make sure to thumb up the commentary and let me know that you're watching, that you are being engaged, that we are having a good time over here. I'm suffering, y'all. Let me tell you, I'm doing my thing over here, but I am enjoying it, and I hope that you are enjoying it. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for your thumbs. TeamMiley was up next with Addison Agen versus Karli Webster. They did Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. And in first rehearsal, Billy said that they were on opposite ends of the vocal spectrum. Miley told them to harmonize on a certain point and sang the part of the song to them. In final rehearsal, Billy was getting goosebumps from them, and he told them it's about being original and let the music be your truth. Such a big hug before they started this out on the main stage, and Karli stepped forward, such a sweet voice with beautiful overtones. They seemed a little tentative going in the first harmony. Then Addison had such an interesting take on her vocal part, and they relaxed into the second harmony. This was very slow, maybe a little too slow, but they were taking their time with it, milking the lyrics for all they were worth, and those notes that they held out together really excited the crowd each time. Beautiful rendition and a hug to finish. Adam called it amazing. Blake said it was like two sad girls that wish they were having fun. Adam also said that he thought it was a perfect arrangement, and right away said he was going to try to steal one of them. JHud was very complimentary of Addison, but also called Karli classic and pure, and Blake liked Addison's attack better. And Miley chose Karli, saying she's a huge fan. Then JHud and Adam chimed in to steal Addison, and Addison went to TeamAdam. Next we had three montages. Addison Catherine DeHart wins over Christy Hoops for TeamBlake. Jeremiah Miller wins over Alexandra Joyce for TeamJHud, and Emily Luther won over Gary Carpenter for TeamAdam. TeamJHud then had Cheyenne Jones versus Stephon Marcellus. They did Oh Darling by the Beatles, and in first rehearsal, Cheyenne surprised Kelly with her voice, and Kelly told her that placement in runs is everything. Marcellus was giving me and JHud chills, and she told him to sell the moment from start to finish, and told them both to connect to the story, and then started talking to them about building the song. In band rehearsal, TeamJHud told Stefan he was singing too pretty, and Kelly got down on her knees telling him that he was begging. Kelly also told Cheyenne it should be warmer, and then she demonstrated it for her. In the ring, I thought Stefan had started this out because of the low tones, but it was Cheyenne, and I was like, she was giving me this full-throated, like, baritone voice. I was like, go ahead on, girl. Stefan came in nice, but was all the way up in the top of his range, and a lot of times it wasn't pleasant. He had some good wails that sounded great, but Cheyenne was sounding way more steady and riffing less and seemed connected to the material. Stefan had a great moment falling to his knees, and then Cheyenne had a wailing moment that kind of eclipsed that. They were battling back and forth. I was like, go ahead on. She pulled out a near whistle on the final note while they were singing together, and I was wiped out. I was like, y'all better go ahead and sing. Adam called it close to a tie, calling them unique and powerful. Miley said she could feel all the hurt and pain from Stefan, while saying Cheyenne had an amazing voice, but she wanted Stefan to win more. Blake said Stefan's voice cuts through, but Cheyenne could win the show. And TeamJHud chose Cheyenne because she has great potential. And then Miley chimed in to steal Stefan, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I got all choked up because I was like, and it was a total surprise, you know, because I really liked his voice and everything, and I thought they did great. But I was just like, where'd that come from? It's a win-win. I can't help it, I guess. TeamAdam then had Anthony Alexander versus Michael Kite. They did I Feel It Coming by The Weeknd featuring Daft Punk. And in first rehearsal, Adam was telling Anthony to keep time to feel the rhythm. Because, you know, a lot of times when you're singing something, you're just feeling that motion. But you also got to keep, you know, keeping time. So it's better to be counting, you know. And if you're doing it, a lot of times when you're counting, when you're rehearsing and stuff, if you're counting, then when you start out doing it, when you're performing, it kind of just comes naturally. He told Michael to watch his breathing while Joe told him to take his time and settle in. Final rehearsal, Anthony kind of miffed the lyrics and he was kind of upset with himself. And Adam told him to think of something that makes him smile. Jonas told them both to pick and choose the moments when they close and open their eyes. In the ring, Anthony started with such a great tone and kind of sounded like The Weeknd, but like a little more grounded, not as much falsetto. Michael had a nice natural high voice and wasn't working the falsetto to begin with at all. I liked how Anthony was going between chest and head voice, and Michael did pop up a few times, but he really just had this all in his natural range. I had a moment, y'all, when Michael went way up at one point. I was like, what? All right, boy, you better sing. This was really nice, though. Their ad-libs kind of clashed at times, but there's always something about that, you know, just them notes that just go up and up and up, that just, it's exciting, you know, it gets the crowd excited, and even as a singer, it gets me excited too. Blake said the song fit well for both of them, but said Michael's pitch was dead on and more comfortable on stage, so he preferred him. TeamJHud loved Anthony's voice, but liked how Michael kept the melody. Miley preferred Anthony, and Adam chose Anthony, saying there's something about his voice that is so good. And in the pimp spot, it was TeamMiley with Janice Freeman versus Katrina Rose. They did Woman, W-O-M-A-N, by Etta James, and such great sounds coming out of both of them in first rehearsal. Miley told them to listen to Etta James to find better structure so it wouldn't be as loose, it wouldn't go too jazzy. We came into band rehearsal with Katrina wailing away, and that's pretty much all we heard. And Miley told her to simplify the first verse, you know, to really live with it, you know, so that it's not all on a 10 the whole time. And in the ring, Katrina got in a yelp before Janice started the first verse, and that was kind of exciting, you know. She was kind of getting herself all ramped up. She was all up in the sex kitten feel on the lower part and really feeling herself. Janice came to sing down the house, but it seemed like Katrina came to burn it down, you know. She was wailing away with everything she had. Janice had the better melodic attack, but that fierceness from Katrina was undeniable, and her high notes were so well placed, and they weren't bright. They were very like muted, very, very nice. All the coaches stood for them, and the crowd was going wild for a while. Adam said they came up there and ripped the roof off the house, calling Janice ridiculous. Blake told Janice her singing is world class and talked about Katrina's passion on stage and thus preferred her. TeamJHud called Janice seasoned and full of power and noticed Katrina was singing notes that she didn't understand. Then Miley chose Janice to win because she said she has a lot more control. And then TeamJHud chimed in to steal Katrina. Another win-win. I'm telling y'all, this had me feeling good tonight. How many steals we had tonight? 2, 3? I love it. I love it. I love it. Tell me what you thought down in the comments. Did the right people go home? Did the right people get stolen? Who were your favorites tonight? Please let me know all down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your thumbs. This is Robert Anton, RobertAnton.com. I need to go get me some chicken soup. I'll see y'all later. I'm out.